Hello, my name is Rachel from thehealthywomb.com and welcome to WombTube. Today I'm discussing polycystic ovarian syndrome and supplements. Just to let you know, polycystic ovarian syndrome is also known as PCOS or PCOS for short, so I'll use one of the short names when I'm talking about it. One of the questions I'm asked the most is how can I use supplements to help me with my PCOS and my symptoms? So there's kind of two answers to this. There are some supplements that can help, but the most important thing first is to fix your diet. One of the things I was taught in nutrition was you can't supplement your way out of a bad diet. If you have gaping holes in your nutrient input that you're eating, so you're not eating lots of different coloured vegetables and green vegetables and dark green leafy vegetables and cruciferous vegetables and sulfurous vegetables, you're going to be really mineral depleted. On top of that, if you're not eating clean sources of protein, then you will be missing lots of amino acids and omega-3s if you're not eating oily fish. And when you take supplements, you don't need to just take what you're taking in the supplement. You also need to have the nutrients in your body to be able to metabolize those supplements so that they're being used in the correct way. So the most important thing is to get your diet into a pretty good place to start with. If you really do feel you need supplements, the first thing I would recommend, if you've already started changing your diet or if you're feeling ill, is go to your doctor and get a full panel of bloods run, because this will show any deficiencies you have. Because ideally you want to supplement to treat deficiencies rather than just as a way of living or a way of life. So the most common ones tend to be iron, B12, vitamin D, but also things like zinc are important, especially when with polycystic ovaries. So I always say just get a full panel of bloods run by your doctor and then get your results. Ask for them to be printed out. You'll get not only your reading, but you'll get the optimal range of the lab. It's different for each lab. And even if you are within a range, you might be really close to one end or the other and you want to be somewhere pretty much in the middle. Or you can even look up optimal ranges on the internet, as much as I dislike people using Dr. Google and misdiagnosing themselves. So you can start off by getting tested and looking at which supplements you need that way. And then once you're in a place where you have got a pretty good diet and you've supplemented and been retested for the levels, there are other supplements that can help with the symptoms if they haven't already been fixed with diet. Now, I was at the worst end of the symptom spectrum with my PCOS. So I was really, really overweight. In fact, I was obese. I had terrible acne. I had all sorts of period issues. And my health in general was pretty appalling. But actually changing my diet 6 months later, pretty much everything cleared up. So I do know from experience that if you're eating good quality food, you don't need the supplements. Plus also supplements are really expensive. You have to find which ones have been tested independently, and you can get lots of pushy salespeople that want to get you hooked on them. So, assuming that you are in the boat of people that does need supplements, I would find a nutritionist who works independently from a supplement company and work with them to find the right supplements to go on first, find ones with good evidence of their efficacy. Just a hint, if someone's selling you supplements that they supply for a commission, just be wary that they may not be completely independent in terms of recommending them to you. So, my list of supplements in general for polycystic ovarian syndrome. A good omega-3 supplement. Many people have an omega-3 to 6 imbalance. Usually omega-6 is very high in Western diets. Ideally, it should be a ratio of 1:1. So this means that your body can invoke an inflammatory response when it needs to, but it also has the calming response. If you've got too much omega-6, you have more inflammatory response going around your body than you need. So a good omega-3 supplement is pretty good. Vitamin D, most women I know have a vitamin D deficiency. When you supplement with this, most that you buy will just say vitamin D, and they actually contain D2, but actually you need to be supplementing on vitamin D3. Um, so this is where seeing a nutritionist can really help. Another group of supplements that can really help are a really good B complex. So the B vitamins are found in mostly plant-based foods, especially vegetables and grains. If you're not eating enough of those, you can supplement in your diet, but again, ideally you'll be getting these from grains. More specific supplements that are used for PCOS include zinc, chromium, Agnus castus, which is also called Vitex Agnus castus, or chaste tree berry. But again, when you're going into these, I would strongly recommend working through these supplements with someone who's qualified, either a herbalist or a dietitian or a nutritionist that specialises in PCOS or women's health. Because taking certain supplements can cause certain side effects, or they need to be done in certain ways, or they need to be taken with other supplements in order to help you absorb them and not cause a toxic buildup. So as you probably gathered, I'm not the biggest fan of supplements. They are useful, but it is so important to ensure that you're getting a quality supplement with good independent data supporting its use, that you're getting it from a source that isn't at all biased, and that you're actually supplementing where you need to, and you're not using it to balance out a bad diet. But as I said, you may find if you just change your diet first that you have no need for using supplements. Some people do need to use them, and as I said, there is another route: go for testing first and then work with a professional. I hope you found this useful, and I look forward to hearing from you if you have any questions.